Yo, welcome back to the final leg. So we are going to jump and start talking about sprinting, all right? NCAAs, they're on break. A lot of schools will be coming back in 2019 about mid-January to really kick off their indoor season. But for now, let's talk about some of the sprints. We're going to talk about the men's sprints first, then the women's sprints, and then hop into some other events. So 2018 kind of saw a little change and progression into a new era of sprinting. We saw Usain Bolt retire after the London World Championships last year and end that 2008 to 2017 Bolt era of sprinting. But we have a lot of new guys who are really getting more consistent, and we're going to see taking some of those top medals in the next couple of years. So let's take a look at a couple of those guys. So first up, we're going to start off with three Americans. Christian Coleman, to set things off, he won the silver medal at the World Championships in London last year. Then he went on to go and dominate the indoor 60 meters. He broke the world record with 6:34 on two occasions, then won the World Championships with 6:37. Outdoors, he continued that dominance in a couple ways. I mean, he started off a little slow. He had a few injuries. He managed to come back really strong, winning a couple Diamond League meets. Finished the season with a 9.79, which made him the 7th fastest man all time. So he's already got that World Championship silver under his belt. Going into the next couple of years, I think if he remains healthy, he'll be really strong and really consistent to, go for that top spot in the 100 meters and potentially the 200 meters as well. Next up, we got Ronnie Baker. So this year, it was really a breakout season for him, and he dominated and was super consistent all throughout the season. He managed to win 10 out of the 13 100-meter races that he had, including 2 races that he went under 9.9 seconds. So personal best this year, 9.87. He's really going to be one to look out for in the next couple of years, and we're going to definitely see him push farther into that 9.8 low range, hopefully getting into that 9.7 and grab some medals in the next coming World and Olympic Championships. Next up, Noah Lyles. He is the definition of dominance in the 200 meters. He absolutely killed it in the 200 meters, super consistent, didn't lose a single race. He managed to go under 19.7 seconds 4 times this season. 4 times. The only people in history to have done that are actually him and Usain Bolt. All right, he's absolutely dominating, got a personal best of 19.65. He's really going to be pushing farther and farther into that 19 low range. I personally think he's going to be able to get into that 19.2, maybe farther in his career, touch upon that world record. We'll see what happens, but he's going to be one to watch. He also has some really good 100-meter credentials. He won the U.S. Championships this year, so we'll see what he's able to do for the next coming years. He'll definitely be on the top of the podium, in my opinion, if he's able to remain healthy and keep as consistent and dominant as he's been. Next, let's jump over to the United Kingdom. We got 2 really strong athletes who really made an impact in the 2018 season. First, Zarnell Hughes. So 2015 is where people really took note. At the New York Diamond League in 2015, the 200 meters, he finished just behind Bolt in that race, and people really started hearing his name. Now, 2018, he's been extremely consistent. He managed to go under 10 seconds in the 100 meter 5 times this season, ending the season with a personal best of 9.91. So really consistent, won a ton of races, including the British National Championships. He's going to be one to really look out for in the coming years. And we got Reese Prescott, also from Great Britain. So he also has really had a breakout season. Early in the year, Shanghai Diamond League, he managed to win that race coming all the way out from lane 9 in that race. All right, it was a big victory for him. That set him up for a really strong season. He managed to go under 10 seconds, also for the first time, went under 3 times this year, ending the year with a personal best of 9.94. So he is definitely going to be very consistent. He's young. He's continuously progressing. We're going to see these 2 on the top of the podium, or at least contending for the medals in the next couple of years. Next up, we got Akani Simbine from South Africa. He's been extremely consistent. Every year since 2015, he's actually run under 10 seconds. Last year, he ran his personal best of 9.89 seconds, which ranks him among the best of the world right now. So he's been super consistent. Last year in World Championships, as well as in Rio, he finished 5th in the 100 meters. I think he's going to be one to really watch. He's hopefully going to improve upon those 5th place finishes and really try and grab a medal in the next coming World Championships and future Olympics as well. So we can't talk about the sprints without talking about Jamaica, and there's 2 really strong athletes, really young and really consistent, who are going to be ones to watch in the next coming years. First off, Julian Fort. He's been really consistent over the past couple years. Personal best of 9.91. He actually ran the 200 meters at the Beijing World Championships and the 100 meters at the London World Championships last year. Unfortunately, he's been a little inconsistent, had some injuries, but he's going to be able to get back strong, hopefully get healthy, and see him on the podium in the next couple years. Then we got Taekwondo Tracy, all right? He's been very, very strong and one to really look out for coming out of Jamaica. Personal best of 9.96, all right? And he's gone under 10 seconds twice this year alone. He was actually the Jamaican national champion as well as the World Cup champion. So he's going to be really strong. Hopefully he can really progress, hopefully get under 9.9 seconds, and we'll see those two really try and carry the throne for Jamaica. We're going to finish off with two athletes who've been extremely dominant, but have unfortunately suffered a couple injuries in the past couple years. First off, DeGrasse from Canada, absolutely dominating coming out of the NCAA in 2015. He went on to win the bronze medal at the Beijing World Championships in the 100 meters. Then in 2016 at the Rio Olympics, he managed to win the bronze in the 100 meters and the silver in the 200 meters, both behind Usain Bolt. So he's been extremely consistent. Personal best, 9.91 in the 100 and 19.8 in that 200. So very, very strong. Unfortunately, last year as well as this year, injuries kind of set him back, but he'll be able to come back strong and really get back to contending for some of those medals. Then Trayvon Bromell, he also came out extremely strong, extremely consistent from the NCAA in 2015. At those Beijing World Championships, he tied Bromell for the bronze medal in Beijing. Then indoors in 2016, he went on to win the World Championships at the Portland World Indoor Championships. Unfortunately, he suffered a couple injuries. He made the Olympic team, made it to the 100-meter final in 2016, but didn't do as well as he could have. And in 2017, he just got set back, and same thing here in 2018. He's looking to make a comeback. If he does, he has personal best of 9.84 in the 100 and 20.03 in the 200. So he's really going to be looking to come back strong and hopefully contend for those medals along with DeGrasse in the next couple years. So those are the main players in the sprints that we'll be looking out for. There's a couple others I just want to list off here. You got Jimmy Vico. He's actually been really consistent over the past couple years. He's maybe getting a little older than some of the others, but he's going to be one who's still going to be around. Cameron Bromell, coming out of the NCAA from Houston. He's also been very consistent, running under 10 seconds a couple times already, so we'll look out for him. Naso Jobodwana from South Africa, really consistent in that 200 meters. He actually got the bronze medal at Beijing World Championships in 2015, so we'll see what he can do in the next couple years. Nerine Richer, bronze medalist in the World Championship 200 meters, coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. He's run under 20 seconds a couple times already, so he's going to be one to look out for. Ramil Guliev, world champion from last year. He won the European Championships this year. Running for Turkey, he is going to be extremely consistent in that 200 meters right behind Noah Lyles. Aaron Brown, coming out of Canada. He's really kind of had a breakout after graduating from USC. He's going to get more consistent. He just went under 20 seconds in the 200 meters this year, so let's see what he can do. Nathaniel Mitchell-Blake and Adam Jamili, both really strong contenders in the 100 and the 200 meters, both very consistent. Hopefully they continue to progress. Finally, Akeem Bloomfield and Michael Norman. They're actually more of 400 meter guys, but they had breakouts in the 200 meters this year, both really going far under the 20-second barrier. So we'll see. Hopefully they're able to teeter on both the 400 and the 200, but we'll see what they can do in the next couple of years. So those are just some of the guys who we'll be really looking out for in the next couple of years in the 100 and the 200 meters. We're going to jump over next week and talk about the women's sprints, and then we'll start to talk about the 400s and some of the other events as well later. Alright, so leave your comments below. Let me know if there's anyone who I should have mentioned. Maybe there's some people I mentioned that you don't agree with. Let's talk about it. Let's get the conversation going, and next week we'll come back with the women's. Thanks.